77 types of trusts exist in the United States, and somehow most people can't even name 2. That's not a knowledge gap, that's a wealth gap disguised as a paperwork problem. Here's what nobody tells you at the dinner table. The structure you choose for your assets matters more than the assets themselves. We're talking about the legal architecture that decides who controls your wealth, who gets taxed on it, and who inherits it or doesn't. The entire conversation starts with one fundamental fork in the road: revocable or irrevocable. Everything else, all 77 variations, branches out from that single decision like a legal family tree you never knew existed. A revocable trust is essentially a living agreement you can rewrite while you're still breathing. You're the grantor, you're the trustee, you're running the whole show, and if you change your mind, you change the document. Think of a revocable trust like a pencil, flexible, erasable, and completely in your hands. The trade-off is that because you control it, the IRS and creditors see it as yours too. An irrevocable trust, on the other hand, is written in permanent ink, and sometimes that permanence is exactly the point. Once assets move into an irrevocable trust, they're no longer legally yours, which means they're also no longer legally attackable. This is where high-income earners and real estate investors start to understand why wealthy families have been using these structures for generations. You're not hiding money, you're repositioning it within a legal framework that was always available to everyone, just never explained clearly. The psychological block most people hit is the word irrevocable. It sounds like a trap, like signing something you can never escape. But ask yourself this: would you rather have full control over assets the government can tax heavily, or structured control over assets that pass efficiently to the next generation? Historically, estate tax thresholds have shifted dramatically. With political administrations, what's exempt today may not be tomorrow. The families who weather those legislative swings aren't the luckiest ones. They're the ones who structured early. Here's the absurdity hiding in plain sight. We'll spend 40 hours researching a car purchase, but 0 hours designing our ownership hierarchy. Meanwhile, probate courts are processing billions annually in wealth that families assumed would transfer smoothly. A common misconception is that trusts are only for the ultra-wealthy, for people with private jets and offshore accounts. The truth is, a trust can be useful the moment you own anything: a home, a brokerage account, a business interest that you'd like to transfer with intention rather than by default. The practical move is this: start by identifying what you want to control during your lifetime versus what you want protected from liability and taxes. That single distinction will point you toward revocable for operational flexibility or irrevocable for structural defense. And often sophisticated plans use both. Discipline in estate planning looks like this: making decisions from a framework rather than from fear, urgency, or someone else's deadline. Consistency means revisiting your trust structure as your net worth, your family, and the tax code evolve. The real wealth matrix isn't a secret, it's a system. And it starts with understanding that the type of trust at the top of your ownership hierarchy shapes every asset below it. You don't need to know all 77 types to get started. You just need to understand the 2 that anchor everything else. Whether you're a business owner, a W-2 professional, or a real estate investor, we can help you take the first step. Check out the links in the description below to connect with us on real estate investing, home contracting work, and finding the right lenders for your journey.